Being
Are you?
recorded.
So sometimes it can seem overwhelming, but at the same time, I'm always up for the challenge. I'm always trying to get better. So today, well, let me back up a little bit. I talked about last week uh, efficacy, and I want to just mention. Please go back and listen to that message because I think it sets presence for today. Because I'm going to give you a number today, and it's going to be like, oh my God, that is a humongous number. But remember, I shared in regards to efficacy that relationship is key. Relationship, and what works alongside with relationships. You build relationships, then you actually, with positive relationships, influence starts to develop. And influence means you're in the space of leadership to a certain degree. And then whatever the system or whatever the technology or whatever is happening, it supports the relationships and the leadership or that influence that you've already built. So with that being said, I want you all to write down this number, $50,000. $50,000. Right? I'm happy we're in the month of September. I believe that everything that God has shared with me, that I've shared with you, leads us up into this space now that we heard our CEO talk about. And she mentioned we're in September, and this is the beginning of the 90 days, right? And if you've been around kind of for a couple years, you know that in November, or even in the world, November is the largest sales month of the season. And I want to talk to you today in the mindset that God put me in. Even though we wrote down that number, $50,000, and we're looking at November, I want you to also write down zero, like $0, $50,000. Then write down $0, and $0 is where you are today. I don't want you to look at anything outside of today. Is September the 4th. Chances are, if you look in your back office, it says 0. Right? Chances are, if you're brand new, 0. Chances are, if you don't have a team, 0. Right? And even if you do have a team, I want you to think 0. Because it's not necessarily what I'm going to say is a mindset that on day 1 or day 4 that you're going to automatically get your team, if you have one, to adopt this. You don't even know who. I've had recent conversations with my team, like, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. All you can do is what I'm going to talk about today is take action and prepare $50,000 to be your November harvest. That's my message. You don't know who, you don't know what, but you're going to start preparing today. I know that number is a large number, right? And I know you're starting at 0, and it's a different animal. But we're going to take out what I call chewing the elephant one bite at a time. And I said, I want to encourage you all to please, if you're on this line, spread the word to make sure you're on this Sunday certification. Now, I'm going to take off from my Super Bowl a little bit. I'm going to try to be real fast because I want to get back to the game. But I'm going to show you also how to approach your goal, whether it's 10,000, 50,000, right, or 100,000. Now, why did I say 50,000? Because the Ruby space is a special space. If you've been hearing any, Sapphire is, but this Ruby space, we got a chance to meet with our CEO personally, like just rubies and above. $50,000 in the calendar month will get you to the rank of, I'm sorry, 25,000 in the calendar month will get you to the rank of Ruby. $50,000 will get you to the rank of Emerald. But I want to give you that goal of 50,000, right? Because I believe it's possible. So let's break this down at what I'm talking about. And that, what I was saying was, in this space of meeting with our CEO, sharing ideas, hearing directly from corporate, it's a special space. And yeah, you could take this goal that I'm gonna give you today and you could bump it down, but I want you to think 50,000 because if you shoot high, you will hit the goal. So let's look at this. So currently, right now in September, you're at zero. So we have to build an approach leading to November. So you're going to use September. You're going to use October to plant, September, October to plant and build. And if you have the right mindset, you're going to look at recruiting so that your field is full with everything that you need in November, right? And I'm literally now using the word recruit, right? Same action you've been doing in the past. I'm just using a different word because there's intentionality behind that word. So let me break down the mindset of what I'm talking about and break down this goal. So if I said in $50,000, write this down, in 30 days, $50,000 in 30 days. And I'm just talking about this big elephant that's in November. You all, that's 12,500 per week, right? And roughly 1,800 per day. Now you may say, well, how do I achieve that in November and it's September right now? Right now, I just want you to write it down. And that looks huge, but this is a team-driven harvest. And you might say, well, I don't have a team, but you will in November. You will. And I'm still saying you're at zero. So what's happening here is we're not waiting until November to start working at all. We're starting our work right now. So we're going to build the field now so that November's harvest, yes, there's another harvest. We're talking about this business harvest now because you've been doing a lot and we are in momentum right now. But the November harvest can be massive if you take this mindset and you take this step. So we broke down the goal. We said 50,000 in 30 days, right? 12,500 per week, right? 1,800 per day. And you, like I said, you can do this with any number that you want to achieve in November, but I'm using this number of 50,000. And I think you should go for it. All right. So step number one, we want to fill the funnel in September and October. You know what you need for November, but these next 2 months, you're going to fill the funnel in September and October. And some of you are already in momentum if you've been following the past couple months. You're already in harvest. You already have things going on because you've already done the work. You've already done it. Now we're just taking it to another level. So the new work now is this. Very key. Write this down. Exposure, new exposure, current exposure to what's happening right now, conversations, and follow-ups. Remember, I talked about the word relationships. Exposure, conversations, and follow-ups. So let's break it down in customer volume. If you want 200 customers in November, and let me tell you, in November, it's a different number. We normally average $150 per customer. I believe in November, we'll average $250 per customer because people will spend more. So let me say this. You need in your funnel at least 600 to 800 prospects exposed between now and the end of October. Write that down. 600 to 800 prospects exposed. Now you may be like, wow. So you may be like, that's a lot of people. What's going to happen is what I'm going to talk about next, right, is the action that if you have a team that makes it something, you don't know who's going to do what I'm talking about and what I am talking about, which is why I said it doesn't matter. You can build a team, right? So everyone on your team commits to this team that we're going to talk about, and right now, starting with you, 5 to 10 daily reach outs this month. 5 to 10 daily reach outs this month. If you go to my Facebook page, and you all please share, right? Please share, please like, please love it. I started my September off talking about my mom. You've heard me talk about my mom before. I just want you to look at the post, and I'm giving you an example. I did also put it in the corner for life. If you look at it, love on it, right? I share the story, right? But I'm being very intentional about what I want to happen with my numbers. I'm a numbers person, right? So exposure, conversations, follow-ups. 5 to 10 daily reach outs starting this month. We are in a 90-day run. 5 to 10 daily reach outs this month. Step 2, right? Build distributor partners before November. So it doesn't matter. Right now, I'm looking at myself as 0. When I talk to my team, all right, they already know. I'm not even looking at your numbers. I'm looking at myself to do 5 to 10 daily reach outs this month, right? And now I'm building a distributor partner base by November. If each distributor can reasonably move 3,000 to 5,000 in volume in November, that means customers plus orders. I've used the number 3,000 to 5,000 in the month of November, right? So that's a combination of pearls and jade. That means I need 10 to 15 serious builders that are active. That's my goal. Not just me doing 10 to 5 reach outs a day, right? I'm also looking at doing and building 10 to 15 new distributors. I'm going to find them in that customer base. Now, this is my goal, that being broken down. Write this down. In September, I'm recruiting 5 people. In October, I'm recruiting another 5. And in November, those 10 distributors, right, will bring in their customers, right, and their whatever it is, and they will run with me, those 10, right? And I'm sure another 5 to 10 distributors will be recruited. But I'm working with those 10. I'm going to recruit 5 this month and 5 next month. Okay? Step number 4, to create momentum with small wins right now. Notice, I created a momentum. Well, for those who've already created a momentum, man, it's so easy for you. All you got to do, you're not starting at scratch. You've already created momentum. So if you start these steps, it's just going to explode, right? But you can't just sit down as a flower on a wall and expect something to happen. You have to start moving now. If you're a person that has volume, you've been hitting CV, man, congratulations. If you run this play, it's just on fire because people are already in the momentum. They're already moving. If not, no big deal. Get them moving. It's just you have to do exactly what I'm sharing. So don't wait till November to sell. That's rule number 1. Momentum doesn't start like that. Sell small now to build belief. Continue. What I'm doing right now and what I've been instructed to do is continue to let those sales flow. November is going to take on a different animal. It is. Trust me. Our corporate would make sure that happens. So let's just trust the system with that. So every new customer or product testimony that happens now becomes a story you can amplify in November. Let me say that again. Every new customer or product testimony that happens now can become a story you amplify in November. right? It doesn't matter what the package is. It doesn't matter what trust me. If you follow the steps that happens now, you'll be sitting back chilling in November. Action every single week, collect at least 3 testimonies, customer testimonies for people using the market or the product, and using that, you're going to use that as your marketing ammunition. 3 customer testimonies every single week starting now. Okay, step number 4. Map out November promotions and events today. Don't let November sneak up on you. Plan now. Get the people on the weekly Zooms, right? You're having team events. You're doing vending. You're doing home parties, right? All of this is going to lead up into whatever is happening on Black Friday or that weekend, right? So the November wave that you're going to experience, it won't be it'll be in real time, right? But you have to really kind of look at what's coming in November and start scheduling it now. So you're going to build up to that. So by the time November hits, all of that momentum, all of that volume, everybody that's in your funnel is now exposed to that, and boom, you see something magically happen. You please do not think if they purchase from me now, they will not purchase from me in November. It's the exact opposite. They purchase from you now, or if you build the momentum now, by the time you're doing the exposures, multiple exposures, November hit, man, they got a lot more money in their pocket that they're ready to spend. Boom. So in the end, developing, my last point is the hunger mindset. If this is not inspiring you, and I just have to say it like it is, you got to act like it's November now. If this is not inspiring you or you're not believing it, then there's something in you that has to shift into that I'm hungry for this to happen in November. If you're not feeling it, then let me be honest with you. It's not going to happen, right? So what I would encourage is to continue to listen to the calls, tap into what your purpose is. If it's to help more people, then get hungry with that. If it's finances, then to get hungry that by November, this thing is going to happen. See, hungry doesn't start when the harvest comes. It starts now. Every conversation, every distributor recruiting, every testimony collected is stacking the field for the November surge, right? November will not be won in November, you all. It will be won by the hunger we show right now in September, right? So 50,000 in 1 month is not about luck. It's not at all about luck. It's about 3 things. It's about you and me taking on the mindset that we're ready for leadership, we're ready for duplication, and we're ready for hunger. If we fill the funnel, recruit partners, build testimonies, and start promoting and sharing all the things that we have going on now, November will be nothing but an overflow month that we've been praying for and awaiting. So with that being said, I know you all, I pray that you all, I hope that you all those different, those 3 areas that you were able to digest what I just saw for myself. And let me tell you, what I looked at even for myself, that's not easy. I'm telling you. And I'm going to be honest, it's not really supposed to be easy, but it is doable. And you can do it. I believe in you. So I'm looking forward to hearing all your wonderful testimonies. I'm looking forward to seeing all of those new customers and their testimonies being posted on Facebook, all those different things. I love you all. I will see you at the top, the very top, the tip top. Back to you, Kathy.
Awesome call. Great point. You're exactly right. November doesn't happen in November. November starts now. So thank you for reminding us of that. And thank you for giving us those points to highlight. I can even tell you guys that not only you want to put those testimonies on your social media, but invite them to the calls. We've got a Saturday call. I've got a Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday calls, and you can invite those new customers to share those testimonies. Everybody wants to hear those testimonies. We might not see your social media, but we may hear you on the call with your customers. So run. I love it, Willie. Thank you so much for this call this morning. It was timely and it was powerful. So you've done the thing. So now tonight, hey, today's Thursday, right? So if you've got a new customer, if you get a new customer today, that or one of your customers you talked to today has a testimony, invite them to the call tonight. The call is going to happen at 7 p.m. Central tonight. Kayetta Cooks will be giving that presentation, and you get a chance to introduce our mission to someone new. Follow up on those people that didn't come last week. Let them know. Follow up on those leads that you got at the last vending event that you went. Follow up on that lead you got on at church on Sunday, at the grocery store. Now is the time that you can share your information. Then also remember today they'll be rebounding after this call, and just keep running, guys. Willie's exactly right. November is now. So have a great Akana day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Peace.